Okay, this video is going over the testing of the XMBT-15 series of chassis. We have several of them. We have the XMBT-15R, which is wielding a railgun turret. We have the XMBT-15-150, wielding a 150mm main gun. We have the XMBT-15 SPG, wielding a 300mm gun on a custom turret. Then we have the XMBT-15 Air Defense, or AD, on a custom turret. Then we have the XMBT-15 Air Defense Battery, which just has a classic vanilla style turret. All of these weapons are featuring the Assault Weapons Pack by Harbinger Ace. It's commonly used in Get Brocked on YouTube, his Outland series, as well as you should check out his Sumarius if you happen to come across this video. Anyway, this is testing the effectiveness of firepower and armor on these tanks. They've been tested previously. This is more or less just a showcase as a proving grounds that they are in fact quite durable, despite the fact that they have their vulnerabilities, as all MBTs do. That said, the first things we are going to test are the air defense platforms. Wraith, if you wouldn't mind hopping in the AD battery.
This one?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give you time to lock up this Flavio STRIKER. This Flavio STRIKER is a gorgeous-looking fighter built by Trav on the Steam Workshop. You should definitely check it out. Okay, they give you time to lock the dude on fire.
Lock engaged.
Okay, let me know when it finalizes the lock.
Lock complete.
Alrighty. Fire on my mark. Fire. One hit. Minimal damage. Making a second pass. Definitely use lead angles on that too. Okay, maybe these missiles aren't as effective as I thought they were. Alright. This is not a very effective platform. I think it mostly has to do with the turret. Alright, go ahead and hop in the custom battery one. Let me know when you're set with a lock.
Activating locking procedure.
Let me know when locked. Is it taking that long to lock?
Yes.
How far out is it
Still
reading?
no lock. 1.38 kilometers.
That's why I'm too far.
Positive.
Go ahead and fire.
Negative. Too high.
Okay, stand by. Fire when ready. Just all of them. Every missile.
I'm trying to, but I'm not able to catch up with the lead. Oh, that's over leading. That's part of the... No. Okay, I need need to put myself on maximum DPI so I can get finer control. No, that's too much. I'm trying. But with the suppression, it's too much. Either
Okay.
I'm not able to... Out of weapon range.
Okay, making another pass. Go ahead and blind fire with a lead angle if you have it.
Oh dear goodness, that's bad.
You should be able to just hold down the trigger.
Okay.
That might be part of your problem. You're not able to keep up with the fire rate. There you go.
Lag spike.
Yep, I'm also way out of range.
Correct.
Coming back in. 3, 2, 1, fire. I mean, that looked like bad aim for the most part, but the 220s might not be very well suited for air defense.
The problem is the suppression system that you have to make sure that you don't clang yourself. It's so clunky, like so stop go stop go stop go. That's just impractical to have a good aim.
Well, that right there is proof that the missiles damage. Maybe it's better as just anti-light armor. I'm not sure. It was intended as air defense, so
Yeah, but at that point you could just have a 150. So yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Not promising results so far, unfortunately.
I do know what will be promising though. All right. I'll let you do the honor of shooting this thing.
Which thing? The SPAA?
No, get in the SPG.
Okay.
Don't shoot yet. I'm going to get a little bit of range. Oh, that's kind of scary looking at you looking at me. Fire when you're in. Low.
Raising.
What?
Too far right. Go right. Hit. Hit. You destroyed the cab. Vehicle is out of action. Ceasefire. Actually, we'll take a look at the damage.
So the only the branch finder is.
Okay, now your voice is.
Oh no, that's
terrible.
lag. Okay.
Okay,
Connection problem.
that's probably on my end. Actually, maybe not.
Oh dear goodness. Yeah, I just see that my turret's not responsive.
Maybe that's your end. Everything's fine on mine.
No. So, really the comment that I can make is when you're really zooming in, the HUD is so obtrusive.
Zooming in, that's understandable.
Yeah.
On the contrary, though, the weapon does its job. It took 3 hits, maybe less than that. You rendered the vehicle useless. So the SPG does excellent firepower. Sorry, I had to take care of some real life stuff for a sec. Anyway, there's the effectiveness of the 300mm fixed rifle used as a self-propelled gun on this MBT chassis. Obviously, it's a custom turret, so it's much less durable. This thing does feature a reticle mostly for direct fire uses. It is capable of indirect fire out to about 2 kilometers. The hinge is manually limited via the hinge limiter so as to not clang out, because maximum amount of torque is required on the hinge so that while idle, the gun does not slowly fall if it's in a raised position. Otherwise, it will slowly just fall downward. Pretty much identical turret rotor turret with hinge for elevation for the air defense variant as well. The 150 is significantly less powerful gun than the 300, but as a main battle tank, it suits this chassis quite well. Let me spawn another MBT. Stand by. Fire when ready. Low. Low. Very little low. The 150 is somewhat inaccurate at range, by the way. Hit. 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 Ceasefire. Hit. Ceasefire. So we took 3 hits. Is that what you count?
I wasn't counting with my hits.
Okay. 3 hits to the land ship turret, and we're only down to 21,000 integrity out of about 24,000. So shooting the turret on this thing, unless you're using the PG or the railgun, which we will demonstrate here shortly, is virtually useless. 3 hits mangles the frontal hull, damages the cockpit quite a bit, but it's an MBT. It's meant to take a few hits and still deliver firepower. If you're taking 3 hits like that in a row, you're probably not utilizing proper tactics. Internals might be mangled a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the explosive aspect of these guns, however, did destroy the ammo rack, which would be sitting right here, which is just a cargo container. Alrighty, now we're going to demonstrate the railgun. Range doesn't really matter with this. The railgun and the assault weapons pack, in my opinion, is way more powerful. At least from what I've observed, it's way more powerful than the vanilla railguns, especially this turret. Wraith, whenever you're ready, send a single round right through the center of the front plate.
Requesting permission to fire.
Fire. Ceasefire. So a single shot goes right through the railgun. There's nothing you can do to stop the railgun. That's just flat out the truth. Takes out the entire cockpit. Most likely took the ammo rack. Did a little bit of very little damage to the turret. And yep, takes out your ammo rack. Likely will damage other things as it passes through. This railgun is a cold hard piercing gun. There's nothing that much can be done with this MBT series, but these MBTs can't be entirely invincible. Our last test is against vanilla infantry weaponry, such as rocket launcher. Arctic. Go ahead and load up your rocket launcher. I want 1 frontal plate shot, 1 side shot, 1 to the rear. You can switch to something else in your inventory and switch back to the rocket launcher, and it should automatically reload.
Did it not hurt the front?
I don't think it did. You go ahead and put another round in it.
He's trying it.
Alright. So it can take a few hits from infantry anti-tank. Nothing significant though. It's obviously anti-tank is anti-tank, and this is a main battle tank. So, but its survivability is pretty formidable. Its internal design features blast doors to protect the cockpit from being blown up in the event that a full container detonates. Sacrifices all the other internals, but if you get ammo racks, you're done anyway. At any rate, this is a very effective and somewhat cost in terms of resources. You could say it's cost friendly compared to what other MBTs might cost you. It is very minimal. Focuses strictly on combat and maneuverability. There are no commodities on this thing whatsoever. No O2H2 generator, no hydrogen, nothing. It is simply 6 batteries, some conveyors, this one for reloading the magazine, at a base and recharging, and that's about it. The cockpit control, it's got a couple of programmable blocks. Each model has a custom turret controller by default, so that if you wanted to, you can customize something to whatever your desire may be. Obviously, with the standard turrets, you could easily swap them out for something that might suit your purpose better, like a 43mm autocannon or 20mm CWIS, whatever you may need it for. This is the XMBT-15 series, featuring the 2 air defense platforms, the air defense and air defense battery, the SPG 300mm self-propelled gun variant, 150mm main gun variant, and railgun variant. This is brought to you by Syndicate Defense Dynamics.